Hi sewing fam, it's Robyn again, aka Styles and Seams, and for today's edition of The Takeover, I'd like to talk about fit. Now, you probably cannot tell this through the phone, but I am super tall. I'm 6'2". That means that it's really difficult to find clothes in stores, and the reason I sew. But even as I'm sewing, I have to add length, I have to measure in different places, and really learn how to make adjustments to get the fit that's just right for me. I'd like to share some of the tips I've picked up over the last few years of getting things to fit me correctly, not just for my length, but around my body as well, and hopefully you can use those to get the perfect fit for you as well. So, I'm going to assume that you understand basically how to measure your body and then also how to look at the pattern, at the measurements, and to select the right size. Not suggesting any changes to that, just want you to understand ease a little bit more. There's two types of ease. There's wearing ease, which makes clothes comfortable, and then there's design ease, which gives it a certain look. You can actually learn how the pattern is going to look on your body before you sew it up by looking at the finished garment measurements that McCall's prints on the patterns. Let me show you how. The finished garment measurements are almost always printed really close to where the key points are, which are indicated with a circle and this little cross. This is the bust point, and you can see the different sizes here. For example, medium is 43.5 inches in circumference. That's not the same as the 34 to 36 inch of your measurements that are given on the body measurements. That means that there's already a good amount of ease for this more or less oversized pattern of Marina McCall's. My quick tip is to grab your measuring tape and actually just measure out that amount that is given on the finished garment measurements and can hold that up to your body and see if you like it fitting that way. The next measurement to be mindful is the actual finished length. Now, this is a dress, Marina McCall's, and so the most important length is the back length from the base of your neck. Keep your measuring tape and just let it hang and measure out where that length is going to be. You can also just pull it to the front to make it a little bit easier or do it in the mirror. For this pattern, the different sizes fall around 33 or 34 inches long, which for me at 6'2" is a little bit short, even though I like showing my legs. So I know already that I have to add a little bit of length here and there. Because Marina McCall's is oversized and nothing really fits any of my curves, I get to choose where to add that length. That means, do I want to add it all to the top? Do I want to add it evenly between the different tiers? Should I add it all to the hem? What I decided to do was add length at the bodice and at the skirt so that it's distributed in two different places and it keeps my tiers more or less even. Here's a couple of pictures to show you some of the different ways that I hack up patterns to actually add the length. It's not just using additional paper at the lengthen and shorten line. Sometimes it's just chalking it out on the fabric itself. All in all, I decided to add 1.5 inches in length to the bodice piece and then 2 inches in length to the skirt piece in order to get it to fit my super tall frame. You, of course, can also remove length as needed in order to get it to fit your body. That's it for my fitting instructions, and I hope that this has been helpful for you, or at least has given a little bit of insight into what it's like to be sewing at 6'2". Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'm so excited to show you my finished garment very soon.